Hey, it's Chuck Zito, the beast from the east, and you better be watching Muscle in the Morning, or else.
Welcome back to another edition of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by RXMusclecom Labs. I'm your host, Pete the Producer, here to bring you all the latest news in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. It's February 20th, 2014, and on today's show, new RX radio program, Fitspiration Radio, Rolly Winkler's motorcycle accident update, and the New York Pro. Plus, stay tuned for the answer to yesterday's trivia question, only on Muscle in the Morning. RXMusclecom presents the premiere episode of its newest radio program, Fitspiration Radio, with host Dean Fazzolari, IFBB Men's Physique Pro. The premiere episode features special guest IFBB Pro William Sullivan of P28 Foods, Jamie Michelle, and Sergio Rizzuto, owner of InstaFit Society. Find out how they get started in the fitness industry and what it takes to make a career out of it. Download this episode now on the homepage of RXMuscle.com. At just 2 weeks out of the Arnold Classic, Rolly Winkler was in an unfortunate motorcycle accident. While he's pretty banged up and out of the Arnold Classic, Australian Grand Prix, and Arnold Brazil, we've gotten word that he's up and moving around. Fortunately, there seems to be no long-term injury, and he'll be just fine, but his body's going to need some downtime to do some healing. With the Arnold being the event on everyone's mind, let's not forget about one of the biggest pro shows coming up after, the New York Pro, where we'll see Big Ramy back to defend his title. With the freak show that he put on last year, and how he's been able to add even more size to his frame this time around, can anyone beat Ramy? We're going to see many new competitors in the mix this time around as well, so it should be an interesting show. Correction, on yesterday's trivia question, the bodybuilder shown is actually John Brown. Shout out to Kurt James and Mikey76 for the correct answer. Now for yesterday's trivia question. In 1976, Tony Pearson had competed for the first time. What contest was this? And the answer? AAU Gold's Classic. Shout out to Masher for the correct answer. Now for today's trivia question. In 1982, Tony Pearson had won the Pro World Mixed Pairs contest with what female competitor? Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for the answer. And that does it for another edition of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by RXMusclecom Labs. I'm your host, Pete the Producer. See you tomorrow, and make sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook.